Oh yes, hello. God, I've not streamed for a while. I was sort of just checking on my things. I knew YouTube took a while to kind of catch up. So anyway, hello everyone, I'm Phoenix and welcome to Empyrion. A game I've not played for a while and I kind of wanted something chill to do and I wanted to stream but I didn't know what. So I kind of went with something vaguely festive. It's snowy outside, and there's things outside that just want to maim and injure me, probably, because it's Empyrion, and that's kind of what happens. Right, I need to grab that. Yep. So basically, the various different starts seem to have different sort of scenario starts now, sort of story starts, which is interesting. And I kind of played around with like the asteroid one. I didn't really get on with that, but this one maybe. So as soon as I leave this base, this is all going to explode. So I do just need to make sure that I've got everything in order, so I don't have to stop. I can just get out there and start building a base, basically. Now, in order to build, I need to get that, but I need to unlock it in the tech tree first. And I don't have any unlock points yet. So Empyrion is kind of like a base building. It's kind of like what Space Engineers could have been had it been built with planets in mind from the outset. I've just realised I have not titled anything correctly on here. Empyrion. What's it called? What is this game called? Galactic Survival. I don't want people to be thinking that I'm playing some modded Minecraft. And change the title. Hopefully it remembers what this one is. Galactic Survival 2020. Edit. Cancel. Yes, okay, that's all updated now. Right, yes. So it's kind of like, so it's kind of like so what if Space Engineers was, a game that had been put together in a certain way from the outset. Now, it doesn't have the sort of the same damage model. Space Engineers always had a really good damage model. And I'm intrigued into what's going to happen with Space Engineers 2. We'll probably talk about that in a moment. So it's kind of got tech tree, so you unlock parts as you go along rather than just having everything thrown at you all at once. So it's a little bit more gradual. There's planets, there's structures, there's really sort of really built out worlds. So there's a lot of stuff kind of going on here. Right, we are going to run. Our base is going to explode. And those drones are going to get a little bit angry with us. So I'm just going to run sort of this way, I guess. I need to get to the science station. That's my ultimate goal. But I need substrate, which, how do I change the oh yes, resource mode. Kind of works. Doesn't work when you're trying to run away from things, right? Let's talk Space Engineers 2, shall we? Because as that's already sort of vaguely come up. So Space Engineers 2 has been announced, and there's a lot of people online, basically. I won't say complaining about it, but basically complaining about it. They don't really want to lose the fan base, which I get. But the problem with Space Engineers 1 is that the entire engine that it's built on is extremely dated, and it needs to be updated in a fairly big way. Right. I need a portable heater, which I don't have, or a hot beverage. Oh yes, I am actually building them. Now it should warm me up. That is an obelisk, and that is convoy. There'll probably be enemies around there, but I kind of need the experience because I need to unlock some things that are going to stop me from dying. So I'll poke my head in. Might even just be a base that I can... Ooh. Right, I think I can now unlock some things. What is it? Is it MISC? Portable heater, I need that. And the portable constructor. Okay. And energy bars. Apparently my food is going down because I think I'm too cold and I'm starting to suffer from hypothermia. Right, I've got one of these hot beverages left, which means I need to build a portable constructor first of all, and then a portable heater, while we continue to run down towards the science station, because I think that's going to be the best bet. And just grab plant protein on the way, because ooh, there is a structure. It looks kind of ruined. That might just be a good sort of hidey hole to get into. To sort of maybe just kind of set up a basic sort of construction, and just picking all this stuff up. So yeah, I'm intrigued by Space Engineers. The big reason why I don't play it on the channel is, well, mostly because I have that ban on my record, because the moderator is a little heavy-handed. And yeah, so basically I got banned from the community forum. Oh, it's broken radar. Okay. So and the problem with that is that means that with a community ban, you can't actually post any of your content. So if I built a cool ship, well, I can't share that with the people watching my channel. Which isn't great. Why can't I build that? It says... Oh, because it wasn't in my... Yeah. I am very slowly building the thing that I need in order to be able to survive. Oh, I've built that. So this is the portable constructor. I'm going to set this just so that I have something. I need the food. Just gonna eat the plant protein raw, basically. Right, heater. Get that down. Okay. That is not good. Okay. I should be fine because I'm standing next to a heater, but I'm also just going to sleep in the tent just to see if that actually fixes anything, or at least gives me a spawn point. Okay. Can I just eat these? No. No is the answer. Okay, yeah, that start is a little tough. Died of blood loss. I think they need to fix some of these messages because, yeah, I had hypothermia and I was standing next to a heater. We spawn at survival 10. Take everything from there. I've still got my armor on. Right. And I'm no longer in trouble. Right. So, in here I can start building base stuff, including a hoverbike construction kit. That sounds like a rather good idea. In the meantime, we need crushed stone. Right, okay, well, crushed stone it is. So yeah, as I said, so I am interested in Space Engineers 2, partly because, you know, it's a fresh game. Hopefully they'll fix some of the issues that were with the first one. The big one being just the block by block system, which Empyrion uses as well, and, you know, games like Minecraft do use that as well. But we've kind of moved. It's a bit of an old system now. You know, we can, like games like Stationeers, you have a cube sort of placement system, but you also have cubes within the cubes. Okay, how does this thing even work, or does it just work? I don't really know. How about construction kit? Oh, do I have to do? How do I place this? Hold on. Is it a skill I need to learn? No, it is not. Obviously, there are things in here that I will need to make, but I can't make them at the moment. That's just not working. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if I need fuel, but it's got no fuel slot. So should probably have just played some 7 Days to Die, to be fair. That's right. So even though stand next to a portable heater, while I'm standing on it, I'm standing right next to it, and it's not doing anything. No, it doesn't need wood. Okay, right, well, we'll just kind of have to keep dying, I guess, until... Oh, right, here we go. Oh, no. You can't cancel things. So, yeah, I'm just making another hoverbike now. And I'll just, yeah. The only thing that really worked was if I can get the buds and just make like hot drinks. It's like hungry, find something to eat. Well, I wasn't until you stuck a whole bunch of stuff on me. You know, getting in, say, going inside there won't work either because it's not an enclosed structure. So, and that's also not an enclosed structure. It won't warm me up. So it's just, yeah, it is what it is, right? Right. So that will be, so basically, gonna respawn in a moment. There we go. Grab my stuff, and then just get on the hover bike and just go for the base. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh. Right. And the hoverbike doesn't need fuel, it just goes. However, it's not a very good vessel. But I can now start using this in the cockpit of the landed structure. The shuttle, even. Yeah. This is a lot of just talking. I say a lot of talking. It's a lot of text, and you know, this sort of bit by bit. Well, you know, you've got no. Just show the text immediately. How can I help? Right. Okay. So some guy needs to be found. Fine. Might be able to do a little bit of looting in here, or at least use this as a base of operations. Can you just... Oh. So he buys and sells stuff. Right, okay. Oh, right, don't take stuff, otherwise they will not be happy. Fine. Right. Good. I need to start putting together a base, a proper base. With also very quick access to all of that stuff. Right. Okay. So crushed stone. Where's my... Did I not pick up my stuff? No, I did. Oh. Did I not pick up my backpack? Oh, for goodness sake. Can I just make a survival tool? Yeah, I can. Quickly nip inside here to warm up. So there's going to be a little bit of running in and out, it seems. Looks like I didn't remember to pick up that useful stuff from my backpack. Right, F3, tools, weapons. I need an assault rifle. I also need to start making sure that I've got the stuff to make a small vehicle. So this will be a sort of a mobile base of sorts for a little while. Okay, everything that I need for that is done, though I will just get myself one of them. Let's get some base building-y bits. And a food processor. Oh no, available on all points. Right, okay, that should be fine then. Resource mode. That's just a case of breaking down stuff, shoving it in here. Seeing if there's anything that I can make yet. Probably not. So what else? What else has been going on? So I finished Stalker. Stalker 2. It is a really good game up to the point of, I think, the end. Not trying to spoil anything, obviously. The game hasn't been out for quite that long enough that I can really get away with doing that. But I think this is actually a general issue with the game in general. It heavily relies on these sorts of conflicts, and there are certain levels in the game which are very draining. So it pushes you through a. So when I get hypothermia, that's bad. Right. It sort of pushes you through a gauntlet almost, and it just burns your ammunition. So it's hard. The end of a fight is hard because the first thing that they've done is burn all your ammunition. I shouldn't have picked those, but it should be fine. They weren't exactly friendly before. Oh no, don't fall down there. I think we're going to have to do a little bit of just do some mining, basically. Problem is, there's nothing to eat. Well, there's this thing. Defense mode. Gonna eat that raw. Gonna build my tent there, build this pointless thing there, and run back to hopefully not die again. Sometimes can I buy? I have one coin, explore token. Oh, at a console. Buy data. Right. Well, I can use the medic stations at least, though I'm now running out of food again, so there will probably be a tactical death, just so that I can refill my my hunger. Though that slime, is that respawned? No, it's not. Right, it's fine. We need to go into resource mode and then just dig. Because that will get crushed rock, which can then be used to oh, for goodness sake, I'm too close to the base, annoyingly. I am very tempted. Oh, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quit the main menu. I'm going to change the level, I think, 'cause it's just a little bit ridiculous. That one. I'm going to start a new one on there. Just a new game. This is just the basic start, so that we can just play the game rather than just constantly dying, because I don't think the heater's working properly. Because I've put a heater down and I'm still dealing with hypothermia, and it's like, oh, great. But yeah, the game lets you build stuff like this. It's really cool. But yeah, so how was I? Yeah, Stalker. Good game all in all, but yeah, suddenly look for every stash, upgrade your stuff. The way the game gives you stuff is kind of weird. I don't need the help system. Just give me stuff, and I can get going. So yeah, so the there's all the survival boxes. Yes, it's fine. Yeah, it really is just a case of if you're going into a tough situation, just go loaded for bear, and the game will give you stuff far before you can actually modify it, which I find weird. There's just a few sort of weird sort of balancing decisions that are it's just a bit strange, quite why they went for that, but it's what it is. It is a good game all in all. It's just got a few issues with it. I didn't really see any bugs necessarily. Well, I did. They've fixed most of them. That patch that they released, which was something like it was larger than the actual game, basically, but that did fix a lot of the issues. This is sort of more kind of what we would expect for flow of this game, of just, yep, we have unlocked some stuff. Okay. As a result, I can now build my portable constructor, and I don't need the survival tent. So I already have one. And this area looks as good as any, just to build a sort of a basic sort of little outpost, maybe sort of down here near this silicon deposit. Yeah, we can put our thing down here. Oh yeah, these guides for how to build stuff. I don't need any of that. So we're waiting for that to finish. I can go and get some logs. It's a lot more. This is a lot easier, a lot smoother when I'm not having to worry about constant hypothermia all the time. What else have I played? Oh, I've played I Am Future. That's another one which the start of it is kind of fun, but I do feel that the later parts, it sort of lacks a certain amount of identity. It feels like it kind of wants to be a bit of a factory builder, but doesn't really have the ability to be a factory builder. That one, I don't know. It's a game that's not really got much identity to it. It's fun still, but yeah, just needs a little bit more something in it. Right, computers 5. If I had the materials to make this, I would be able to just make it. It doesn't. You don't need to build each part, so I need to make a core. So a core is 5 computers and 3 optical fibers. So it'd be 3 of them and 5 of these. So while that's doing that, I don't know what it necessarily needs. So it might be iron actually, because I did only get 1 iron. There. Okay. What else do you need then, core? Oh, 5 computers. Electronics, which needs silicon, right? Okay. It's almost like I've got this massive silicon deposit here that might be quite useful. Or I could just nick these ones. Oh no, that's carbon bearing. So where was it? It was just here basically. So underground, we've got these deposits of materials that can be mined out with either your standard tool or much faster with sort of better mining tools. Or vehicles. There are sort of drill attachments for vehicles as well. This game has a little bit more, I guess, identity to it than you kind of expect for something that it does do quite a lot of stuff quite well. Mostly, you know, it kind of learned from an awful lot of the mistakes that I think the Space Engineers was making, and that, well, you know, it had a good sort of core concept to start with, in that it was going to have planets that you could leave, ball planets that you could kind of go around. And it cheats. It totally cheats, and that's fine. You know, it is fine for games to cheat, and I would prefer it that way if it means that we get, you know, good performance at the end of it. We probably won't get there. That we won't sort of leave this planet. But, you know, that planet is a planet that you can visit, or, you know, like orbit. You know, these planets, the sun and all that, these are things that are actually up there. Right, if we go to here, I've got a core now, I can. And I will just build a base core, because I need to have a place to sort of start working on things like defense, because drones will come over and attack your base every so often, so yeah, want to be ready for that. And I will just need normal stone for concrete and the like, so we're getting. And so the game does sort of your sort of small ships, your fighters, and capital ships as well. So there's sort of 3 levels of ship that you can get, and they can sort of dock with one another. It's not quite, you know, like Hellion style docking or anything, but you know, it's sort of good enough. You know, you just land and it sort of locks on. I might be able to build one of these as well. I need one anyway, so, you know, if I've got the resources to do it, then why not? Right, got our base starter, which I'll just kind of stick down here. So that's our sort of heart of the base. And then just make a whole bunch of these. And while that's doing that, we'll go and mine some more stone, because I'm going to need it for the base. So, what was the thing I was watching? I was watching. I'm not going to name names because you know that's not me. But I was watching this gaming channel, and they've got an advert for Wix on there, and they're you know, it's somebody who talks about, you know, AI slop in video games. And yes, this advert for Wix, and he's basically promoting the AI website creation tool, which I found somewhat interesting. I'm very interested in AI. I have to say, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily. I think there's an awful lot of over-exaggeration in how useless AI is, mostly because we have we have quite a lot of people who obviously it is in their best interests to make sure that people don't start using AI instead of employing their services as like voice actors and other creators like that. But there's sort of these there's two sides to AI. There's what everyone sees. So everyone sees things like ChatGPT, the AI chatbots, that sort of thing. Image generation, to a certain extent, things like voiceovers and the like are now starting to become more natural using AI. And we're now partaking in quite a lot of AI content without necessarily knowing it. So there's that side of it. Then there's the other side, you know. So people will look at the public facing side and say AI is bad because these things exist. However, there are some really neat uses for AI because things like mine clearance is a wonderful example, and something that I will quite often use to kind of say, actually, no, look, if you have a very, very specific use for AI where it's sort of just looking at things and drawing parallels between data, it's a data cruncher, it's actually really good. And so things like mine clearance, you know, they used to have, you know, it used to take maybe, you're probably looking at, you know, clearing a field of mines. It might take you weeks or even months, potentially years to do, whereas an AI loaded into a drone can do it in a day. It's a huge time saver to basically for the AI. Is, you know, it's been trained on what these things look like, and it can just pick them out all in a field just by flying a drone over, and then it just crunches the data, and you get out, you know, it's not going to be 100% accurate necessarily, but it's a lot faster than some of the systems that they're having to use at the moment, which are slow. You know, sending and dangerous. You know, sending a guy into a field with all the protection on, and you know, just having him sweep the field for mines. It's really dangerous and slow, really, really slow. You know, and it's not even any faster if you were to say first go through there with a mine clearance vehicle, because there could be nothing in there, and you could have just spent time essentially clearing a field of mines where there were no mines to clear in the first place, instead of clearing where they actually are. So, you know, use cases for drones. There are some. For AI. There are use cases for AI. There are quite a few use cases for AI. It's just that we have to stop being a little bit. It gets a little bit. People tend to just kind of look at the downsides of AI and start going, oh, but what about Skynet? Oh, for goodness sake. Skynet, for those unaware, is a military communications satellite network in use by the British. run by a company that does not sound evil at all. A company called Paradigm Industries, I think. And yeah, no, it's this thing that was built in the 60s, I think, originally. It's completely harmless, but people seem to conflate that with the Terminator films, and thus AI is bad because those things exist. It's like, yeah, but there's all sorts of boring jobs that we can give AI that humans don't have to do. It's kind of, I guess, it's the same with automation when you're talking about things like Amazon warehouses, putting in automation tools so that you don't have to hire so many humans to do that sort of job, but if you're going to be treating the humans like robots anyway, you may as well just bring in robots. Some of these warehouses are horrendous, and I once I did once go for a warehouse job in one of these sorts of places. It wasn't Amazon, it was someone else. But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do the job. It was going to be too physically exhausting to do. But and then you see what's actually happening in some of these places in America. In Amazon in America, I think they are striking. The workers are striking, and the employers are not making it easy for them. That's the sort of level that we're at, and so when I look at that and think, well, why don't you just you're essentially trying to use these people as robots anyway, so just automate it. Do what Ocado did and just automate your warehouse, and it will take you time and money to actually set this thing up, but the result would be more efficient. It would be better for them, and it would be problem is, what are those workers going to do? They're going to have to do something else, be it the next sort of worst thing to do, which would be working in fields. Which if America gets its way, if certain elements of America gets its way, that might actually be required at this point. Because, funnily enough, when you and I speak this as I obviously I'm Brit. I live in the UK, and we had a thing called Brexit happen, and the people who voted for Brexit were told quite a lot of interesting things, and one of those things being, well, we won't have to hire EU workers to work here. They you can have British jobs for British people and all that. And certain groups like the farmers, they went all in for it. Yeah, no, we'll totally vote Tory, we'll totally vote Brexit. They're going to help us. And what happened? Well, they suddenly lost their entire workforce. Because all those people who were coming in from the EU to work in the fields, they weren't coming over here anymore. They were going over to places like Germany, France. They weren't coming over here anymore. And I think in the end, the UK did actually have to truck in people from like Romania or somewhere, because the food was literally just rotting in the fields. Because certain things you can't mechanise, like picking fruit, you just can't do it. So it has to be hand-picked, and that work is brutal. Even things like potatoes as well. There are mechanised ways of getting potatoes out of the ground, but then you have to have the people that go along afterwards to pick it all up, off the ground, because there's not, well, there are ways of, you know, mechanically bringing it up into hoppers, but not every farmer has that ability. So, you know, sooner or later there are things that need to be done on a farm by hand, and they couldn't get people to do it anymore. And that was a direct consequence of Brexit and this sort of attempt for Britain to become, I guess, more isolationist. Though that really didn't work, I have to say. We ended up doing all these terrible trade deals with all sorts of people. Not with America. That deal kind of fell through, and the deal with Canada also fell through over cheese. So as a result, I can't remember what. So I think it was, well, it was British cheese and something Canadian that we wanted to bring over. We wanted to import. So whatever that thing is that comes over from Canada, we're paying like a huge tariff on it, and they're paying this huge tariff on cheese. Which that's kind of what happens when you have when you get people in charge that don't necessarily know what the consequences of their actions are going to be. Right, so I'm just getting so I've got the capacitor in, I'm just getting a solar panel in now. That will obviously harvest the sun and get some power for this very, very basic base. We've got a clone chamber to respawn at, we've got the capacitor there for the solar generator when it's done. Got a tent outside. Where did that go? Oh no, I think I just, yeah. The completion thing doesn't always quite work. There we go. And God, I can't remember. Yes, that one. There we go. It's very sort of messy base, but we got power, and I think now if I do that, I can get the power on. So I've got a clone chamber. So I've got power and all that. Right. Next up would be getting a constructor up, proper constructor up, if I've got the points. Small constructor, I need to be level 3. That's fine, we can work that one out. Mostly just by building a whole bunch of stuff. So I need some 10 of them. So I've got plenty of carbon. Can I make a cockpit through there? I don't think I can. Let's have a look. Not yet. I can build a fuel tank though, and I'll do that, as well as a generator. Well, I just build out this. So this is going to be this is a hover vessel. So this is just a small explorationary vessel, basically. And while that's doing that, I will harvest some more stuff. And then I'll probably end here for the moment. I'll probably be back with this. This will probably be just sort of a nice chill game when sort of talking about stuff, you know. I'll say a nice chill game. There's enemies in here. There's monsters. There's some quite good sort of building. A little bit of an old style, but reasonably chill compared to some of the other games like this that I play. I was doing some Unreal stuff earlier, and it's just like, oh, they've changed something again, and I really can't be bothered to learn yet another new thing. And that's kind of the way that I'm feeling with quite a lot of things at the moment. It's like, oh, I'll try and learn some stoneworks. And it's like, oh, good lord, you need to do that to get that thing to work. I'm going to go and play something else, you know. Right, so I'll build a cockpit, not yet. I can, however, put these down. Oh, that's a thingy-majig. Oh. Now that didn't work. I think that's probably a good time to end this for now. I might do a little bit off cam, but not too much. This will be hope to be a reasonably fluid experience. So yes, so with that, I will say thank you very much for watching. Where is that alien insect so I can shoot it repeatedly? I don't see where it's wandered off to. That's annoying. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to end this here for now. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.